Hi everyone! Today I'm going to share with you how I transformed this plain rental kitchen into a vibrant space full of life with DIY projects that are quick, easy, and reversible. This project is brought to you by Smart Tiles, tiling made simple. Tessa and Shayna and Waffles are renting this house for the next 3 years while they work on their LA-based tiny house business called the Latch Collective. Since they'll mostly be working from home and spending lots of time in the kitchen, they wanted it to reflect their fun, eclectic sense of style and for it to be a bit more functional to prepare meals. So they gave me a $500 budget to make over the space, but all in a way that's completely reversible. The first project I tackled was the backsplash. The subway tiles are nice, but they are very plain. So when I saw these beautiful vintage smart tiles that just came out, I knew they were perfect for this kitchen. Because they are peel and stick tiles, they can go right over the existing tiles, making this project really quick and mess-free. Plus, the tiles will easily come off when they move out by simply applying some heat with a hairdryer. I chose to start installing the tiles from the corner because it gives a nicer look to have full tiles there. I had to pull out the stove to access the corner, and then I removed all the electrical outlet covers and cleaned the existing backsplash with degreaser. To start off with, I marked where the top of the first row of the tiles is going to be, and then I used a level to trace the line. I added tape just to make it easier to see the line. Next, I laid out all the tiles to figure out the layout. There's 8 different designs of tiles, so I just played around with them until I liked the look of the pattern. I peeled off a couple of inches of the backing and aligned the top of the tile with the line. And I only pressed lightly on the tile. This way, it's easier to reposition the tile if needed. Once I was happy with the alignment, I pressed firmly on the tile and slowly removed the backing, firmly pressing the tile on the wall at the same time. Cutting the tiles to fit around an outlet or a window frame is really easy. All you need are a utility knife, a non-slip ruler, and a pen or pencil. You measure the distance from the tile to the frame or outlet, you transfer the measurements to the back of the tile, and using the ruler as a guide, you cut the tile with the utility knife. Perfect fit! You'll get the best results when installing tile over existing tile like I'm doing here, when you start off with a backsplash that is nice and smooth without having any tile sticking out. To finish the edge at the end of the backsplash, I put glue along the edge of the tile to attach corner molding that I painted white. That way, when it's time to remove the tiles, the molding will come off as well without damaging the wall. The tiles are really easy to clean, and they're fine to use behind a stove as long as the stove has a control panel like this stove here. And with all the beautiful colors found in the tiles, it gave me lots of inspiration for the rest of the makeover, including the window treatment. I decided to go with a rustic take on a window cornice, painted a dark navy blue to match the tiles. I made it by screwing together some rough pine boards that I had left over from another project. And I also attached 1x2s to the sides to secure the corner brackets for hanging. To get the right color for the paint, I took the tiles to Home Depot and they were able to do a custom color for me that worked out perfectly. The cornice slides into place and the corner brackets rest on top of the cabinets to hold it up. Though the cornice is very secure just resting on top like this, I also added screws for extra support. I love the way this turned out, and it also has the added bonus of making the window look taller while at the same time hiding the hardware from the blinds. Next, I wanted to bring more function to the kitchen by putting in an island or a cart. And since Shayna and Tessa already had this old, tired IKEA kitchen cart, I decided to bring it back to life and use it in this kitchen. The first thing I did was to take off the top, which just wasn't salvageable. And the original casters also had to be replaced, but I had to add a piece of plywood under the legs to make them work. To make the side of the plywood look nicer, I also added some wood edging. When I was looking at my MacGyver fix, it gave me the idea to use the side of the cart for a spice rack. So I used some wood that I had on hand to make it, but that ended up making it look like a bit of a Frankenstein. So I made sanding blocks by stapling sandpaper to scrap pieces of wood, and I sanded the entire cart, stained it, and that made all the different types of wood blend in nicely together, while still keeping the rustic look. For the new top, I used 4 1x6 pine boards. And I kept this build very simple by using 1x2 boards to attach the wider boards together. This has the added bonus of making the top look thicker along the edges. And a 1/4 inch thick board glued and nailed to the sides gives a cleaner look. I stained the top with 2 coats of a semi-transparent exterior stain in a color called Wedgwood from Behr. And all that was left to do was to attach the new top to the base of the cart. I'll have more details on this cart project on my website, EngineerYourSpace.com. It feels good to reuse something that otherwise would have gone into a landfill. Plus, it gave the opportunity to make it more functional and to customize it to fit the space perfectly. This entire makeover came in under budget at $446. The tiles made up the bulk of this cost, but they also gave the biggest wow factor to this transformation. Something that only painting the walls couldn't have done. And by doing this project as soon as they moved in, Shayna, Tessa, and Waffles will get to enjoy this kitchen for the entire time that they live in the house, making the investment well worth it. And they can rest easy that everything's going to be easily reversible when they move out. I'll have links to all the things that I used in the video description below, including links to the smart tiles and to the Latch Collective in case you want to find out what's going on with tiny houses in LA. And you can get more ideas for personalizing your kitchen in this video here. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any of my new videos. And also, to find out what I'm up to day to day, follow me on Instagram. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.